Our first interaction, physical interaction, was she was walking out of the base exchange. I was walking in. She was in uniform, so she took her beret off, and I thought she dropped her beret. I know she doesn't want me to tell the story. So being the gentleman that I am, I picked it up, handed it to her, and she looked at me, gave me a look, and put it back down on her package, and I'm like, okay. And I just walked in, and after that, things just happened. We clicked.
Right. I was in the chow hall with my roommate, and I was fairly new, and individuals were just, different people were coming in, and I had saw him walk in, and I asked her who that was, and she said, that's Striegel, our armorer. And I was like, oh. And I said to myself at that time, you know, because I really loved his eyes, I said, I think I'm going to marry that man.
And that was in 1982.
I ended up getting out of the military. It was difficult when you have children and you're both military, whether you're deploying or your hours. It was hard seeing someone else take care of my kid, you know, my child. They would take him to school. We would miss a lot of events at school. And so it was just really difficult. And then after my 6 years were up, they were doing what they called a reduction in force at the time. And so you could cross-train if you want, but at that time I think they were more looking for people to get out. And so at that time I got out and pretty much became a full-time mother and raised our child. And then we had a second one at that time. And then Striegel deployed a lot when I was out.
And I think it was Panama deployment that we said, okay, at this time, every night, we'll look at the moon at the same time. Yeah. And, which we did.
Right.
So
because we knew that each other were stopping whatever they were doing and looking at the moon, and we knew for that moment that.
I know it sounds kind of corny now, but
I think it was 8 at night or something.
Yeah,
look at the moon.
Yeah. So,
I
didn't. I should get. I'll get points for this one later. So, but that was important because she knew that I was doing the same thing at the exact same time. So it was a way of bonding.
Right. Some kind of connection, even though we couldn't actually talk to her or see each other.
It's important. She's my partner. For me, she's my partner. She is the love of my life. She's the one I want to be with. She's the mother of my children. Yeah, she's worth fighting for.
For me, when I was younger, I never had any intentions of getting married. I didn't want any children. I was going to go in the military, do my own thing, retire, and just live my life and have fun and travel the world and do whatever. But I think when I got stationed in Panama and I was on my own, even though I had friends to do things with, when I met Striegel and we started doing things together, I realized that I wanted somebody in my life to share all these things with, you know, and to have fun with and to love. And when I needed somebody, whether it was good or bad, somebody was there for me. And so for me, that's what's fighting for, because that's what I wanted in my life, and that's what I found in Striegel. And for me, gosh, I would fight, and you know, and then I'd come back and fight some more, you know, because for me, that's what it's about.
That's what a partnership's about.
So we met, I was stationed at Hobart and he was stationed at Eglin. And we met out dancing one night down in Destin. And he came up to me and asked me to dance, but I said no. So he had my number, so he called me and asked me if I wanted to go get something to eat. Because he was like, because you have to eat. And I was like, I guess so.
I was hungry.
For other people, they see it as a problem that we're married and we were in the same job for so long. And for us, it's just normal. Like, there's Sergeant Simpson and then there's Mrs. Simpson. So we know how to separate the two, but it's harder for other people to get.
graduated from the First Sergeant Academy, sure. But when I actually got to read her the senior non-commissioned officer charge, so it doesn't happen all the time, and it's just not one of those things that would normally just randomly all kind of fell into place. But you know, I was proud to do it, and you know, proud of her for being there and you know, making it this far.
My advice is don't give up, because whether you're a civilian or you're a military person, like, marriage is a lot of hard work. So you always have to remember why you got married in the first place. Like, and take time to like think about why you got married, and you just got to keep working at it, because you're growing up together too. So people change thousands of times, married or not. So you just have to adapt and accept each other, good times and bad times.
So we met in tech school. That's where we met. You know, we were there for 2 months and a half, 3 months?
About 3 months, I think.
3 months, that's how long our tech school is. And, you know, we still kept in touch after tech school. You know, I went to Moody and she went to Whiteman. And we just kept talking. And, you know, I would go up I would come here to visit her every now and then. Just, you know, hang out, be with her.
And then I would go to him and then just go back and forth. Yeah, I wouldn't say it was easy being that year apart, and it seems like a drop in the ocean now, but during that time we did have our issues, and we worked it out, even if we wanted to, you know, kill each other by the end of it. But when we thought about marriage and all that, we really thought about it, and we went and put the paperwork in, and we got our marriage certificate.
We had like these two families from like different areas, different lifestyles come together, you know, because of us, from such like different time zones, and it was such a far distance. To me, you know, it was great to share that with my family, with her family, and just have fun with each other.
He cried.
I cried.
We have it on photo.
Yeah, you know, she just had this glow to her, this aura, and it just made me feel very happy, you know. And my mom was there, you know, she was real proud at that moment. I was in my uniform, so I think, yeah.
He couldn't stop saying that I looked so pretty, and he kept interrupting the sermon and everything. And I was like, Jonathan, we need to get through the wedding. You could say it later. But he was like, you look so pretty.
I think it's mainly how we understand what our job is, not just our career field, but like our job as being a military member and as a whole. So we kind of relate with each other, you know. We know the stressors of, like, you know, once you put on rank, there's gonna be more put on you, like, you know, all the leadership things, how you try to look out for other airmen. I feel like that's more relatable.
It makes it easier in the long run, because we understand, like, if one of us has to deploy, we understand, like, what's going to happen and all the stressors that come with it. And it's just being supportive of each other, because we understand, since we're both mill to mill. So